Metaphysics Society Association. This is Osei Kufuor. I'm back at y'all again. I'm getting a lot of questions about, what should we eat, what's best for our health and things of that nature. First and foremost, we must understand that it's not only what we eat that determines our sanity or our psychology. It's the people that we deal with. It's the thoughts. It's the self-control. The self-control of the mind. All right? So, this is the thing here. When we coincide with different foods that we place in our body, we must understand that these foods have ingredients. And the ingredients is something that I call communication. See, when we say that the sun converts sunlight into energy, it gives us our vitamin D and all of that, we must understand that vitamin D is a form of communication to the transmitters and the receiver of our melanin or carbon that we distribute within our pineal glands. All right? So, if you're eating genetically modified organisms, which is processed foods or cells that is crossbred from different animals and placed in your foods, you are eating a form of communication. And if that communication is a sort of a nagging or stressful communication, when you digest it, this is what is going to be produced in your body, stress. You're going to have a chemical imbalance. And when you have a chemical imbalance, what it does is it produces certain salts within the body, which raises the blood pressure up. And it kills certain organs. For an example, diabetes. What is diabetes? Diabetes is when the pancreas is shut down due to starch and sugar. The pancreas is what produces the natural insulin, which goes to the bloodstream, which balances the sugar levels. So when the pancreas is shut down, the algorithms of that part of the system start to shut down. And now your neurological system starts to shut down. You become negative. Why? Because the so-called nutrients that you are placing in your body is negative communication. It's just like a woman. When a woman is pregnant, she's not to be stressed. Because what happens is you are letting off a frequency that she is downloading within her brain computer, and it goes down into the fetus. All right? And when the fetus starts to download this, it becomes a part of it. You see, we see ourselves through a second dimensional lens, but it's more to us than we think. All right? So, a lot of alkaline foods, a lot of foods that are electric, but what am I talking about? Electric foods is that which comes straight from the earth without being processed. We as black people are not hands-on communicating with the universe as we used to be. And so today we're watching television, we're allowing so-called doctors to give us advice on what we should eat, but yet they're not caring nothing. We got many doctors in America, so-called doctors. But yet people are dying every single day. And the patients are outliving the doctor, by the way. So we are to eat everything that's conducive to our electrons, which gives us a negative charge. And that negative charge knocks off all negative communication from the foods that we eat. All right? So the GMO that we eat, which is the genetically modified organisms, when it goes to the body, it attacks the cells. When it attacks the cells, what happens is your cells are communicators. One cell sends a message to another cell. That cell sends another message to another cell. And these cells travel all the way up to the brain cells. See, what you eat controls how you think. All right? So we need to start eating a lot of foods high in alkaline with a pH of 7.0 or above. It's good to drink alkaline water. Alkaline water has a high pH. It boosts your electrolytes. A lot of people say they can't, find it, but all you have to do is get you a key lime, squeeze it in your water, and it'll raise the pH of that water. All right? Also, you need to put yourself around positive energy, people. Because like I said before, we are only energy communicating with each other as energy. So if the energy around you is on low frequency, people who eat a lot of pork, a lot of starch, sugar, you understand what I'm saying? They're not on the right frequency. And this can throw off your equilibrium. You understand what I'm saying? And your equilibrium, when thrown off, causes you to be in a state of mental illness. You understand? There's only one mental illness in this world, and that's your psychology when it is thrown off its frequency. Everything else is an agenda for financial gain. So I'm saying to you this right here. Even if you stop, even if you eat fruits for 7 days, just eat fruits for 7 days. If you got high blood pressure, if you got diabetes, if you eat fruit for 7 days, what happens is everything in your body that cannot break down, such as the meat, which it has corexit in it, COREXIT, and this is what BP, the oil spill, when this happened, the BP used this chemical to clean up the oil off the surface of the ocean. So, if they use corexit, which is in the meats and your seafood, to clean up oil off the surface of the ocean, it kills the oil, which is carbon, which is melanin. We produced that. That was an experimentation. That was a spit in our face. Do you understand? So, we need to be very, very mindful of our health because, like I said, it's not what you put in your body. You have a mental wound. So the communication, the conversations, the relationships that we have to make sure that everything is balanced. We have to make sure that everything is on a rotation, is on an axis, just like the universe. If the sun was to leave the earth right now, that would be a form of negative communication. Why? Because that's not order. That sun was put there for order. And what it does is it keeps our cells in cosmic rhythm with the universal cells, which is the stars. The stars are the cells of the universe. And the universe is on a continuous rotation of giving birth to celestial bodies or celestial beings. And this is why the universe is considered female energy. Do you understand? So, let's kind of step back for a little while. Let's cleanse our mind. Because if your brain is full of mucus, then you will lose that sense of being able to remember, the sense to think. You have mucus in your brain right now that's deterring those cells. And it breaks those nitrogen particles down in those cells. And now you have tumors, brain cancer. You can't remember. Remember when you got mucus in your nose, right? When your nose is full of mucus, you can't smell. You lose that sense of smelling. When you got mucus in your bronchial tubes, that's bronchitis. Mucus in the lungs is pneumonia. Mucus in the brain is Alzheimer's. You can't remember. But there's ways to flush it. Like I said, go on a fruit fast for 7 to 14 days, and you'll see a big difference. You'll start walking around people and seeing them in a different light. You'll start to feel the illnesses and ailments that they have because you are radiating a positive energy and connected with a negative energy, and you'll be able to feel the sickness and the illness of the people around you who's not balanced with that equilibrium. So with that said, I love you, my melanated people, the Metaphysics Society Association. And again, I will be doing a lecture on health in Lynchburg, Virginia at the Martin Luther King Jr. Library on Memorial Avenue on October the 10th, 2015. Be there, be square. It's free and it's open to the public. I love y'all. Black Power.